Good day, dingoes. In fact, I think I've lost some of my corks. Somebody's nicked my corks, so I'm going to get mosquitoes through those bits, aren't I? How annoying would this be if you had to walk around with this all the time? But then if the mosquitoes are going to bite you otherwise, then I can see why you might want your corks flying around. Again, a hat that's too small for my huge head. How do they manage it? Whose heads are this small? And anyway, right, I'll get on with it. Oh, come on, Dave, come and say hello. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Is it annoying you as well? Yeah. Do you want a hat with corks on? Yeah, okay. Right, bye. Off he goes. Oh, I've got to take that off. It's making my head itch. I think it's got fleas. Forget the corks, it's got fleas in it. Right, going to talk about recruitment, motivation and training today. Internal recruitment, I think you're all pretty good on this, where you promote somebody from within the organisation. External recruitment, somebody new from outside. Benefits of internal recruitment, existing workers think, yay, I might get a promotion. They already know the business, so they don't need as much training and they can hit the ground running. Let's hope they don't hit the ground because they might knock themselves out. And you already know what the person's like, so you know if they fit into the team. It's quicker and cheaper to recruit internally, although you will have to recruit somebody to fill their role, of course, because you'll have a vacancy further down the organisation. If you recruit externally, although it could be more expensive, you're going to have a wider choice of applicants potentially with better skills, better qualified, and they might have new ideas to bring into the business. And it avoids any jealousy, because if you promote somebody internally, it might be that other workers are a little bit fed up that they've been promoted above them. Sorry, I freaked you out a bit then. I was moving my chair. Now, how to motivate staff is what I'm going to talk about now. Motivation at work is where your staff want to get their job done and they want to do it well. So motivated workers for a business work harder, they're more accurate, they give better customer service, they're independent workers, they're off sick less often, they leave less often, so you've got good staff retention, and it's easier to recruit new workers because you're known as a good place to work, that you look after your staff. And you always have to remember that it's not just money that motivates people. There are other ways to motivate that won't cost a lot. For example, training and responsibility or responsibility. Now, the ways of motivating staff financially, so that would be pay, where you're actually giving physical cash in some way, would be an hourly wage, a salary, profit sharing, where the workers get to share the profit, a bonus or a commission, which means if the worker actually hits their sales target or sells something, then they get extra money. I think they can see that better now, can't you? They're all financial benefits that involve money of some variety. What's called a fringe benefit is where you're giving the person things that are worth money, but you're not actually giving them it in cash. So you're giving them a pension, a company car, private healthcare, etc. And that can be a valuable part of a person's reward. Now, non-financial rewards are things like award schemes, praise, having a nice working environment, having a nice staff room, and they can be maybe nights out that the company pays for. They're all ways of motivating staff, like I said as well, training or responsibility, that don't involve you giving cash to your workers. So there are ways of motivating without just giving workers more money. And as I said, training is a way of motivating, because training can mean that workers are more efficient, they're more productive, they feel more motivated, they feel that they're less likely to leave. And if you've got flexible, well-trained workers, you're going to have better quality products and motivated staff, etc., etc. And training can be basic job skills, or it can be developing your job skills. As I've said before, teachers are always getting more training, even if we've been teaching for years and years. Training costs time and money. Trained employees might move on. You might train them and then they go and get a promotion elsewhere because they're well trained by you. The training needs to be good quality, otherwise it's a waste of everybody's time. Now, it's important you know the types of training. Induction training is where the person starts the job and you give them their training on the first day, and it might be health and safety, how to do the job. On the job is where you're actually at the place of work, at the place you're going to be working, doing the job, and somebody's watching you or they're showing you what to do. And off the job, you go away from the workplace. It might be that you're in a conference room in the building with a trainer, or you might be at college. And you need to know the pros and cons of those, really. Vocational qualifications are things that train you for a specific job. So if you go and do your GMVQ in plumbing, that's a vocational qualification. Whereas if you go and do A-level biology, that is academic. So academic qualifications are the general qualifications in subjects, whereas vocational ones prepare you for a specific job. And then staff development is where you develop your employees over the time they're with you. So you plan out the employee's career and you try and bring them on through the organisation. So you're developing the long-term potential of the workers to help within the business. McDonald's are very good at this. They'll take somebody on, and if they think they're going to be management material in the future, then they'll develop them and give them the relevant training and things like that. So it's important you know what staff development is. Also, you've got apprenticeships that you're supposed to know about. Apprenticeships are a long-term programme, and you go on in as an apprentice and you work, but you also go out to college. So that's off the job and on the job training. It can be cheaper for businesses to take on apprentices than have to actually take on skilled workers, and you might get government support to pay the apprentice. The learning is specific to what you want, so you get into somebody who's not trained yet, you train them exactly how you want them to be, and it can fill skills gaps, improve staff retention. However, the apprentice might not like it, it's not cheap, and they might make mistakes and they might leave. So that would be the downside of apprenticeships. Now, little finger puppet here today. It's supposed to be, I think, Mary from the Bible story, the Nativity, with her little baby. Look, someone's hand knitted that. How beautiful is that? Is that what you wanted to see? Oh, in fact, I could make her fly, look, with her baby attached to her. Whee! There you go. There's a flying Mary with the baby Jesus. Whee! Boom! She's just crashed. On that note, I'll crash and go.